everyone. Welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced. I am the Prince of Deception and Illusions. All demons may be liars, but I can teach you how to use every ounce of your cunning to manipulate your enemies and do your will and mine. But for now, welcome to Waterdeep. I will be DMing for you today. Vic, would you like to do announcements, please?
Heck yeah! First announcement of 2020 is obviously Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. And they're our latest and greatest sponsor. You can check out their Twitter at LittleDragonCo1 to stay updated on their awesome products. And make sure you use the coupon code BONUS, BONUS, when you head on over to littledragoncorp.com to get 10% off of your order. And as usual, thank you to Twitch, OBS, Streamlabs, Many Sided Dice, and Team MZ. It's thanks to their support that we are able to do what we do. And don't forget to check out all of our other games. The schedule should be posted below the Twitch video, but we have games pretty much every day of the week, sometimes multiple games a day. This Friday normally would be our Shadowrun 6th edition game. However, because the Storm King's Thunder game is getting into it, they're going to be taking that spot, and Shadowrun should be back the first Friday of February. And most of our games should be coming back into it over the next couple weeks. It's just, like holiday stuff. People are traveling. So please bear with us as we get it all back together in the new year. Mystic Hour, Christy.
Hell yeah! We'll do something tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, but we'll do something. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it work. Hopefully some divinity. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
If not, we can go back to our farm.
Okay. Is there anything else?
That's it for me.
Oh,
all right.
There is one more thing. Insight check. Last episode of Insight Check Campaign 1 comes to an end this Saturday, so come check us out as we say goodbye to the 4 dragons.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Yeah, that picture that Alex posted.
I know, it's so fucked up.
Dark.
It's so dark.
That was really
our
dark.
DM is very dark. I love her to bits, but damn.
I love Alex, but Jesus Christ.
But Jesus. Oh,
if
you're interested, go check out their Twitter, check Inside, or maybe they changed it to Fabled Whispers. It's now Fabled Whispers. Go check them out on Twitter. It's got some great fan art. That's all I'll say. Oof.
Oof.
Poor Derek.
Poor Derek. We love you, Derek.
Okay.
I think that's it. Hello?
Hello?
Just making sure. Okay. Well, would somebody like to jump in with a recap then?
I mean, I've always got it.
Do it. Take us in
you got
strong,
it, you got
Vic.
it, girl.
Alright. This is gonna be a good one. Alright, so we were in the Cormathus estate looking around, and we learned a little bit about the family. Like, Karn Cormathus was the head of the family, and he saw him in a big family portrait. And then Sir and Nova did a dream walk, and they saw not Nathaniel. They saw somebody, one of the family members, get out of the house in the dream.
We don't know. That's the thing.
We don't know
who he is.
We don't know who he is, and we don't know what's up with the Nathaniel Cormathus connection, but we think there's something there. Gabriel, who I'm pretty sure was the kind of stuffy magister, told us that fiends were not off the table in the investigation. Then we went home and hotboxed our portable hole at the
Yes, we did.
And then Reynard came back after doing some stuff. We found out that guy that in the family portrait was named Aiden. And then the Black Staff messaged Sir asking to meet, so we left to see her. And she lives in a tall, black, smooth stone tower with no doors or windows. And her name is Vasha Safar. And she's pretty cool looking and like kind of young, and like she has a big black staff, and it's carved into like a bird's head at the top, and it's like huge. And she wants us to seek out Halam, who's a monk in a cave on the side of Mount Waterdeep, and ask what he's heard about all the threats / goings on of the city. And I also Talos asked her what kind of paper she used for spells, and to try to find something better than what is being used at Bookworm's Treasure. She's gonna help us with that. Yeah, save the Duskwood trees. And then she gave us sending stones so we could contact her apprentice Temperance, and gave us brooches so that we could get horses. So we went to the stables and we got the horses, and we went up the mountain, we trekked up, and then we got a boulder out of the way by pushing it into our hotboxed portable hole. So that's going to be really great later. And I believe that's pretty much where we left off. And I forget what I named my horse, which is a travesty, but like, it's getting a new name.
Did you name it Mystery?
Mystery, yeah, we saw.
Yours was Mystery, and mine was because I was naming them after types of wood. It's in here somewhere. Spruce. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, you're muted, Chell.
Better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we definitely were not trying to talk over you.
No, all I said was okay.
Okay.
I'm still getting used to this headset, so. Okay, so then we left off then with you guys having filled your portable hole with rocks.
Smoking rocks.
Which is fine.
It's all good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
But that leaves us now with the path still ahead of you. What are you guys doing?
Do the horses fit up the path?
Yeah, we cleared it to bring the horses up, but does it get too thin for them?
You can go one by one.
Okay.
It would have been 2 by 2 before, but since you were able to clear these rocks away, which you wouldn't have been able to go at all had you not done that, because it would have filled the path. But since you were able to clear these rocks away using your portable hole, it leaves enough room for one at a time to go.
How were we doing it before? Was it that we put?
I'm in the middle because I don't have dark vision.
You're in the middle because you don't have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then I was in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can take the horses again and single file it up there.
Sorry, I have to keep turning my camera off because I'm adjusting.
Moonlight.
Okay.
Yay.
Ooh.
My little Moonlight.
Moonlight, Spruce, and Mystery. 2 of them go. Well, actually, I mean, it's like
they all go together.
It's a mysterious forest.
It's like a little enchanted forest.
Okay, so are you proceeding one at a time then?
Yeah.
And remind me, I know you said Nova was in the middle, but what are we doing? Who's in front and who's behind?
I'm in front.
Okay. Sorry, I am playing in a different space today, which is fine. But it's...
You're all good.
Adjusting. Okay.
2020. Let's go adjust.
Good. Okay,
There
so
you
moving
are.
forward then. There I am.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
So moving forward then.
Yeah.
One at a time. So if you guys remember correctly, there was the mountain kind of coming up on your left, then the path, and then there was that cliffside sort of that you guys went up on to control the rockfall. And then there was the forest kind of expanding out to your right. So it's very precarious. And actually, could I get dexterity checks, like acrobatics checks from each of your horses?
Oh god.
Yeah.
What is a horse's acrobatics?
Good question. Dex?
They're
So
we
nothing.
have the horses in our equipment,
So
don't we?
it's a straight roll.
okay.
Yeah, they're riding horses. I don't think they have anything to their acrobatics. So
Nope.
Yeah, there they are.
Sorry.
I have a 4.
Purple dice for mystery, go! Natural 20!
Hell yeah, purple!
First
'Cause
roll of
mine's-
2020 is
'cause-
20!
Yeah, because I'm going to roll off the cliff and you'll be like, oh, I won't step there.
I'm also gonna roll purple dice. Let's see how this works. Okay, so 16.
okay. So in front, we have Sir with his horse, then Nova, and then Talus. Moving along the cliff face, the rock. It is narrow. It is narrow enough for one horse to go at a time, but still a bit precarious. Your horse, I won't say she falls off the cliff, but because I can't do that.
Fair.
Thank
but
you.
But there is a lot of rockfall, and because there's a lot of rockfall, it does make the surface very, very uneven to walk on. And these horses are very trained for this sort of thing, so she is doing her best, but there is a portion of rock where rather than stepping over, she attempts to step on, and as a result, sprains her ankle.
No!
There was literally the beat of silence, and then we all screamed.
She's like lame now!
Well, yeah, wait, because okay. Do I notice? Is it sort of like what?
There's like a lurch forward as her kind of ankle rolls underneath her a bit as she takes another step.
Okay. She probably shouldn't carry me anymore. Can I get off?
No,
Is there
not safely. You could try to get off onto the rocks that are to your left and like climb over them yourself and guide her onto the path. That's what you'd like to do.
Yeah. He would explain because Nova couldn't see. He would kind of be like, whoa. Nova.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my voice is. I think that Spruce got a little bit of a. It's not looking good. I think I gotta get off.
Okay.
Might be her ankle. Just
Is she
that's
hurt?
why I'm stopping. Yeah. She looked like
Okay,
she kind of stepped
Can
a bit
we try
weird.
and find a place to pull off to the side? Maybe I can do something?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want her to keep on carrying me. I'm gonna try and get off now and just guide her ahead and walk it. So I'm gonna stop. And I'm gonna try to get off onto the rock.
Okay. It's a bit precarious, but you are more able and have appendages that actually bend that allow you to navigate the rocks on the path a bit better than she would have. So I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Okay.
But you are able to continue and guide her, and then you can kind of jump off of the rock as you get there.
Okay.
And then guide her onto the path that kind of moves forward and around and more up the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that, and if it widens out, I'll.
It does. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I'll wait a bit for the other two and just
Okay.
sort of want Nova to have a look at it.
And with your rolls, you are able to get your horses across just fine. To the other side where Sir is waiting with his mare.
Does it look like something like a healing word would work on if I were to like go jump off my horse and look at it?
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, you could make a medicine check if you'd like.
Sure. Clerics do that, right? Oh, not this one. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
7
An
plus
11
4.
isn't too bad. You're not 100% certain. Do you want to come and say hi?
Who is
You're
it?
not 100% certain.
Oh my god, is that Dakota?
This is my friend Dakota. You are not 100% certain the extent to the injury.
Okay.
You are certain it's sprained.
Okay.
And that in its current condition, she should not have a rider. You could potentially try and heal it if you would like.
I think I would. Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So 1d4.
Hi, Mama.
Where's my d4s?
I'm just petting her. Oh, I'm sorry.
So 6. 6 healing.
Okay. So you use healing word to give her back 6 hit points. She is just standing there, so you're not sure. So, sir, you could like take her around and walk her in a circle, kind of to see
how she was.
because she was limping before, to see how kind of her stature is currently.
Yeah, I don't get on. I'll walk her a bit. If she looks fine, then I'll try to get on her again and then see if it changes. But
okay, she seems hesitant. Yeah, she seems hesitant at first to put her foot down because she had been walking before with a sprained ankle and she's expecting it. She's a horse. She doesn't know what healing magic is. But as she starts to kind of walk, as Sir kind of encourages her, she realizes, oh, this doesn't hurt as bad as it did a minute ago and is able to walk normally.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Nova.
Welcome. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, I get back on my horse.
Spruce says thank you too. All right, back on with it.
Okay.
How much further up do we have to go?
You've only been traveling for about 1.5 miles, and you've got 5 miles total.
Here we go. Encounter 1 was a sprained ankle. Already down a spell slot. Let's go.
Sorry.
This is fine. No, it's fine.
If it
Nova would do it.
Save the magic.
No, Nova would do it.
Continue on.
Okay, can I get a survival check from everyone, please?
Okay.
And also a con save for your horses.
16 survival.
Okay.
14 dex.
Sir.
5 survival.
I'll use my boyfriend's dice. They will help. No. 3 for survival and 10 for the Constitution save.
18 for Mystery's Constitution save.
Okay, so your horses are doing okay now with those rolls. As far as survival goes, Nova, Sir in the front, has kind of been
tending to Spruce.
Yeah, tending to Spruce. He's been leading you guys along the pathway. Nova, when it was lighter out, you were able to kind of see that the path kind of kept going up and curving and back and up and curving and back to get to the top of the mountain. Intuitively, you can feel, even though you're struggling to see, intuitively you can feel like with your horse kind of veering to the right instead of the left to go up the mountain a bit more.
Oh no.
You're like, this doesn't seem right, sir. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you sure we were supposed to go that way?
Yeah.
Aye.
Can we try going the other direction, your other left?
Wait, hold on. Oh, bugger. Yeah. Sorry.
Do you want me to go in front? I can get a torch or something out.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, we're not trying to hide from anything. Maybe it would be better. Sorry.
It's okay, I have a better idea. I'm just gonna fly and let my horse be led in the middle and just fly above with a little torch and kind of just be a little torch light so I can see the
Okay.
path. Like,
Oh, that's
the
right.
path.
That's right. Your boots.
At first I was
No,
like,
it's gonna-
fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nova's gonna be like, hey, listen!
Hey, listen! Follow me!
I was like, where the hell are you flying? What the fuck?
I activate my boots!
Okay, alright, that's fine. That's totally good.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorting my dice really quick. So you're able to kind of get back on track. It seems that there was like a fork in the road, and maybe Sir had kind of not dozed off, but like dazed out for a minute, sort of
We've all done it.
dissociating just a little bit, and
Yeah.
kind of went to the wrong direction a bit. But you guys are able to get back on track and get yourselves to where you're supposed to be, and moving back up the mountain again, which eventually brings you to an area. You can hear it before you can see it. A flowing water. Pretty rapidly flowing water, actually. And as you get closer, the cliff to your left starts to get a lot taller. But there's more green and more trees and grass around you, and the pathways kind of turn to dirt right now, and it moves forward, and you can see now ahead of you about... So for those of you with dark vision, about 50 feet in front of you, and Nova, once you get to that point where there's like that 40 feet of the 20 feet of dim light, 20 feet of bright light, a stone bridge that crosses over a river that's flowing from the top of the mountain down.
Okay.
Is it a horse-sized bridge, or is it like a...
It's 15 feet wide, so yeah,
It's stone.
Yeah, it's stone, and it appears to have been constructed probably by the government of Waterdeep intentionally. It has like I don't want to call it a railing, but like a barrier on the side that's got stone, like small stone columns that are separating it out a bit. Stone bricks that are making it up. It's a very sturdy bridge.
Yeah. You're muted.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Bridge the right way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've not been doing too well on this trip.
Well, yeah. Didn't he used to like meditate near a waterfall? Or am I like misremembering that?
I don't think I ever said anything like that.
Oh, okay.
No, just in a cave.
Just in a cave. Why was I thinking the cave was behind a waterfall? I don't know. Because
Because
that's
it's
cold.
cold.
Because there's always a cave behind a waterfall in video games.
And I mean,
There
meditating
has
by
to be.
Hey, listen.
a waterfall makes sense. Like block out the sound. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Bridge.
Okay. So you guys moving across?
Yep. Can I do perception check as I'm kind of like flying over? Just like making sure there's no like troll under the bridge.
Sure.
Don't ask.
Oh, go ahead and make a roll.
That's just a childhood thing.
I need to be sure. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So there's no troll under the bridge.
Yes.
Okay.
We're safe.
The bridge itself, you notice, is about, where is it? 60 feet up from the river.
Okay.
So there is a good kind of cliffside that leads to the river too, as well as the cliffside that leads up more of the mountain. Looking kind of around you, you don't really notice anything. Where are you looking?
Mostly
Like you said, under the bridge.
under the bridge, like around the bridge perimeter, basically.
Okay. There's not anything really that you notice as far as like something that will attack you in that area. The bridge is about 60 feet tall down to the water below. Appears to be pretty sturdy. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. As you guys kind of continue across this stone bridge, you do, Nova, however, start to hear a sound. Almost like the flapping of wings.
Oh no.
I look up.
Griffins like to eat horses.
You look up in time to see. It is difficult to tell exactly what's going on because there is a creature that is. I don't even want to say flying. It is controlled falling.
Gliding
Down towards you in the air,
Oh,
Nova.
No. Oh no.
Can you
What
make
have I done?
a or not? We'll call it a strength saving throw, please.
Controlled falling.
It's Batman
Yeah,
gliding down.
It's like using its wings to fall really, really rapidly down towards Nova.
So 16 plus 1.
Okay. You are currently grappled.
Bye.
So everyone else, there's this like, you hear this, and like right as it gets to Nova, you hear this like high-pitched
Is it a harpy?
reptilian but also bird-like screech as it plucks Nova out of the air.
Was it big? Was it bigger than Nova, or was it Nova size?
It was bigger than Nova. It is considered a large creature.
Oh no.
Is she? Did you hold on to that torch? Because it might just look like a big shadow.
I don't know.
I'll say that you are able to keep the torch in your hand.
Okay.
That'll make it easier to spot you.
Okay.
Yeah. The creature that you guys see, again, very difficult to tell in the kind of dark and in the movement. It has very leathery, almost bat-like wings. A lot of spikes.
Oh no.
Maybe some stripes kind of on its legs and on its back. And kind of a mane, but it's mostly just spikes that are kind of coming up around its head. And it begins to fly away with her. You can roll initiative now.
Flying away with her?
Yes.
Bye, guys.
What is this?
That's how we start off 2020. Nova's just yeeted out of the universe.
16.
Oh, this is so bad. I rolled a 10.
15.
Okay. Talus is a 16. Sir is a 15.
God, wait, do I have raged attacks?
Nova, what do you have? What did you say yours was, Nova? 11? 10, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Big uh-oh.
Alright. So that leads us to start with Talus.
Okay, is the thing within 90 feet of me?
Nova, how far above ground were you? You said you were flying in the air.
Probably no more than like 50 feet.
Okay, so we'll say
checking out the bridge.
Because I wanted to
so
like use the light and kind of like go up, so when you go up, the light expands. So that was what she was doing. So literally no more than 40, 50 feet.
We will call it about 40 feet then.
Okay.
Okay, so they're 40 feet away?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is right when it grabbed her.
Alright, I will point at the creature and say, the only one that can grab Nova like that is me, and I will hex it so all of the shadows around it like curl up like little fingers and then latch into it. And then that's my bonus shit. And then with my action, I Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What are you hexing? What ability?
Oh right. Strength checks.
Okay, hexing strength. That is a good idea.
Good idea, because I'm grappled.
Okay. And then I get a Eldritch Blast. Not great. 16.
16 to hits. Definitely hits.
And I get a D6 for Hex, and I get a D10 for Eldritch Blast. 14! points of Eldritch Blast. Well, okay, so it's 10 on the blast and a 4 on the hex. And it's like little shadow ladybugs fly at it.
Okay. All right. Which brings us now to Ace.
Okay. I'm gonna open it up to my friends because I'm a little. Do I just because I have a javelin, which I could just throw a javelin at it, but Sir also bought a grappling hook recently that I didn't tell you about.
Oh, do it.
Do I go for the grappling hook and try and?
Fuck yeah.
Can I try to basically throw the grappling hook up there at it? I don't know how far I can throw it. I can throw the javelin like 30 feet without disadvantage. But it's a
Okay, so you tied your grappling hook to a rope?
I feel like I would if we had been going climbing today. I feel like that's fair.
I will say that's fair. Let's call it the same range and just the disadvantages as a javelin, but I will say you do not get your proficiency because we'll call it like an improvised weapon, basically.
Okay. That works. So then the range would be 30 feet without disadvantage. How far was it again?
40.
So
Can I give Ink my DM's inspiration for this?
Yeah,
to make
because
it
it's
even?
really cool.
Yeah, it would make it even. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I really hope I don't waste it then. Yes, okay, then
So
he
I say,
will.
You can do it, sir.
Because he had this prepared when we were going to climb up the rocks, but then you had a magic rope, so he's like, I do get to use it. And he's like, hold on, Nova. And he's gonna...
Can't do much else.
No.
He's gonna not do... No, I rolled it.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5, so plus 3 with my strength makes it 8.
This is not technically an attack, so let me roll for the creature.
Okay, thank you.
And that was 100% just a straight up 3. Okay, so you kind of swing the grappling hook over your head, toss it. The angle that the creature is at now, it turns because it was turning to fly away with Nova. So you were able to get the grappling hook, the rope, it hooked around the tail and wrapped around, and it's got spikes. So it spikes. It is what the grappling hook is holding on to, as well as the tautness of the rope spinning around it a couple of times. You're able to kind of pull it tight.
Yeah, I like get that around the other arm, and we're just gonna be like, you're staying right here. That'll be what I do for this turn. Keep that in place.
All right.
Grappling hook.
Yeah.
Grappling hook.
Why don't you take inspiration for that too? That was very cool idea.
Yeah, I can totally visualize how that. Yeah.
Okay, so there is a kind of frustrated screech coming from this creature now, as it is trying to fly away, and we will do a strength check on your next turn. Realizes that it can't, decides that this is the opportunity to attack to try to get you to let go. It is going to, so where it's wrapped around its tail, it's kind of, I'd say, like the middle, more meaty part of the tail where it's thicker and it's easier to kind of just grab onto. So it is going to use its multi-attack to do 3 spike attacks with its tail. The first one, and it will be 2 at Sir and 1 at Nova, or at Talus. So
hello?
Yeah. So the first one at Sir is a 22.
Yep.
The second one is an 8.
No.
Talus, the one at you is a 15.
That's my armor class.
Okay. So the one that hits Sir is a 8 piercing damage, and the one at Talus is 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
So these spikes basically are as if its tail was like a blowgun, just shoot at you guys. One kind of whizzes past your head, Sir, and goes into the water below. But one is able to kind of embed itself into your like the meaty part of your like shoulder here with like your trapezius muscle here.
That's a souvenir now.
Talus, yours is kind of embedded in your gut, and they're big. They're like this big. They're like a foot long.
It looks like I have another leg. It really hurts.
I'm so torn.
Nova, it is your turn.
I'm so torn. I had a plan and now I don't know what to do. Oh no. Okay.
You can talk it out with us if you want.
Yeah,
She was either
I
going
absolutely
to-
allow that.
She was going to either command it to drop her, but seeing that it's hurt her friends, I don't know if she would let that go. And she might
I'm
just
feeling like
inflict
you're on some
wounds.
inflict wounds.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Cause like but if it didn't attack you, I was just gonna tell it to drop me and command it to drop me. But it just hurt you both at the same time.
if it dies, it drops you.
True. Okay. Yeah. I gotta inflict
And we
wounds
get
this
to
bitch.
loot its corpse.
Yeah, I'll inflict wounds.
Okay. Is that a melee attack?
It is.
Okay.
It's a touch
Okay.
attack. Oh, please be nice. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's 16 plus 6.
That definitely hits.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17. I can't math.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
Daddy, no.
Hell yeah, nerds!
Okay.
So
That
Nova
is
just
your
kind
turn?
of reaches out towards its like neck and just pulls at its life force into her hands. It's like, let me go!
Okay. All right. So I rolled basically a concentration check for it to see if it can maintain flight while it's being hurt and also yanked. And it rolled a 17 plus 3, which hits the damage that you caused. So it is still maintaining flight so far.
Okay.
Talus, you are up.
Wait, when did it go? Oh, no, it
It went
hit
before
us on
me.
the
It
dipshit.
went number 3. Yep.
Yeah, it's before me.
I mean, you already know what it is. Oh wait, is it like further away now?
It couldn't move the 40 feet because Sir currently has it essentially grappled with the grappling hook.
Okay.
So
Am
no, it is not.
If I were to like move onto the bridge a little bit, can I get like just a little bit closer to it? Or am I?
You can get closer, but it's 40 feet high in the air.
Okay.
So it's still 40 feet essentially, no matter what you do.
Okay, I'll command Mystery to ride onto the bridge a little bit, and while I will Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
Again. Up the butt. It's not gonna hit. That's a natural 5 plus 6 is 11.
No, that does not hit, unfortunately.
I try to go for its butt, but it moves at the last second.
It is kind of thrashing at the end of that rope, so with that movement, it's definitely feasible that is, just misjudged that shot a bit.
And that is my turn.
Okay, Sir.
Okay. I mean, he wants to like find like something. You said like I don't know necessarily. Were we getting on the bridge? Where would you say that I am?
You were like at the beginning of the bridge, I would say.
And you said it has those like on the sides, the little like barrier.
Yeah, it's got like a half wall basically, and little like half columns that go along it as well.
Perfect.
That protrude from the wall about a foot or so.
He's getting a foot on that little half wall. He's
Okay.
wrapping it around the other arm, and he's
Okay.
just gonna start reeling it in.
Okay,
Get
go
close to me
ahead.
so I can hit you.
Go ahead and roll a contested athletics check.
If that's a strength check, it has disadvantage.
It does have
Oh!
disadvantage.
That went on a journey, but it's a good journey. 22.
Ooh.
Okay. 8.
We're going fishing.
Get over here.
Okay, so I would say that you are able to reel it in about 15 feet with that 6-second turn.
Okay.
So it is now about 25, 30-ish, 25 feet in the air.
Could I action surge and pull it more?
Sure.
Yeet.
Yeah. He's like, bring me back my friend. One more.
The himbo muscles just like ultra anime balls.
The swole boy.
17.
Natural 1 plus 3 is 4.
Get over here.
So you can pull it another 15 feet, which puts it
Nice.
at
10.
5 feet in the air,
Oh, 5.
basically. 25? 10. You're right, 10. That's me being gay and not being able
Cute. There it is! There it is! Quote of the century, man. I'm gay and I can't do math, okay?
His muscles are flexing so much, and he's got the like foot up on the wall, and he's like looking at Nova, and he's just gonna give her a whole wink. But he's also like,
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. That is its turn. It is going to attempt to break the grapple with the grappling hook. So basically, he is going to attempt to pull it out of your hands, because obviously you can't just untie a rope. But
Okay.
so a contested athletics check.
Oh no, they can't all be good. I'll use that inspiration that I got just because
for
this is. I don't want it to get away.
Yeah, go for it.
A little better, but not a lot. 13.
A disadvantage, it rolled an 18 and a 15, so 20 for, or no, 18 for it.
Ooh.
The plus 3. So it is able to, I will say that this is its whole turn, because you are a very strong boy. So sometimes with these checks, I will have it just be like a bonus action. I will say that this is its whole turn, because it is having to go back and forth with you quite a bit in order to get this ripped out of your hands. So it can get it ripped out of your hands as an action, and it will fly 30 feet into the air. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
As its movement.
It's back to exactly
Where it
40.
was. That's exactly
all
where
of
it was.
it's rolling. It is rolling concentration checks for all of its anytime it gets damaged. So that's a thing to keep in mind.
I mean, it's keeping it from taking Nova away. So
Correct.
That's fine.
True.
And how long is the rope that you have? Is it 50 feet?
It would be my normal rope, which I believe
Probably
is
So
50.
50 feet. So I will say that there is probably the rope is still also 10 feet on the ground, basically.
okay.
Aw.
5 feet on the ground, because 5 was used to tie it up.
Mhm.
So I
So
could grab it again.
You could theoretically grab it again as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Nova.
I think I'm gonna toll the dead this thing.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
10.
Hey!
And it
It's a
has
14.
taken damage.
So that's a D12? D12!
Mhm.
This is exactly what Sir's meant to be. Just a
12!
strong boy that watches these girls kill things.
Okay.
Bamboo wind chimes rattle its brain.
Okay. And there is a very like high pitched, like almost like a mic frequency
Ooh.
surge kind of screech as it kind of rides a bit in the air in pain as your bamboo chime literally like rattle its brain.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Talus.
Oh, okay. Do I see the rope on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to run and grab it?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
What do I roll for that?
So you would be contested at athletics checks with the Manticore to keep it.
At
You're
least
muted,
I
baby.
can grab it, and then Sir can grab. Yeah, you're muted, Ink. Hello.
You're still muted.
You're still.
I have so many different ways to mute myself so I don't interrupt people. You can grab it and I'll just grab you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it, but I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, go ahead.
3! No, wait, 2! Sorry, it's 2. Bonus.
No, wait, 2!
Okay, so at disadvantage, it rolled a 17.
Ooh.
The other was a nat 20, so...
Ooh.
So I'm like,
So, yeah, so you are able to get the rope in your hand. That's not the issue. The issue is maintaining yourself in a strong, like, square stance on the bridge to keep it from flying away. This creature is a lot bigger than you. So, you grab onto the rope, but you are yanked forward to the wall of the bridge. Could you please roll a dexterity saving throw?
I'm pretty good at those. All right. The pink dice.
This is cinematic as fuck.
I already know what to call this episode. We're calling it
17.
Okay, so you were yanked forward as it kind of fights back against you, pulling it. And there's this moment where you're like, as the water below you, as this river rushes and all the rocks that are kind of poking up out of the water. But you're able to kind of grab on really quickly to those like protruding like columns that are coming out of this half wall and keep yourself steady a bit. It's this moment of like you can feel your stomach fly into your throat a bit, but you're like, okay, I got myself.
Wait, am I like column body rope, or is it like rope and my body is like being like pressed between the columns as I like hold it and try not to fly away?
I will say with that dexterity saving throw, you were able to keep the rope in your hand, and you've got like yourself like braced against one of the columns over here.
Okay.
Your dexterity saving throw is pretty high, so I will allow that one.
Sir, help!
Sir, it is your turn.
Yeah, he's like, he's gonna come over. He'll come up basically behind you and be like, please pardon my reach, and he's gonna basically come around from behind and basically brace like from your hip to your shoulder and just sort of hold you with one arm because in the other arm he has that javelin now. So he's just gonna hold you. He's not gonna try and pull, and he's gonna like, he's like, I can't really, so I'm gonna just yeet. I got one javelin, so it's more than 30 feet away, so it's a disadvantage.
Yes, that is correct. It is 40 feet away.
You do have the DM's inspiration.
Babe, no, I used it.
You used the second one?
Yeah,
you got a second one because you used mine.
I used that. I used that when it tried to break through. Baby, bless my dice.
I'm really good at cursing things, so I don't know if this is gonna work.
At disadvantage, I rolled a nat 20 and an 18.
Hey!
Okay.
So that makes it a 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
It takes 7 piercing damage from the javelin.
Okay, and the javelin is embedded inside. You kind of got it between the ribs a bit. Concentration check 2. That's cocked to see if it falls. Okay, so you see this like twitch from this creature as this javelin embeds itself between its ribs, and you see its wings begin to falter. It is falling with Nova in its hands.
No, 40 feet!
I mean, I don't think he would know what to do in that moment. He's kind of like, yes, I got it! So, I'll just end my turn.
It's also kind of important to note that because it was flying up and trying to fly away,
Oh, is it over the river?
It's over the river. Because you guys are at the edge of the at the edge of the bridge.
She can fly though. If she can, yeah. I mean,
I just need to break this grapple, otherwise I'm drowning.
So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting turn, because we're going to be doing a couple of rolls like outside of initiative, because this creature is falling, and it's falling this 40 feet, but it's also falling with a rope attached to its tail that's currently in Talus's hand, and Talus is currently being braced by Sir. So, and if you remember me saying, the bridge was 60 feet above the water.
Yeah.
So the rope is shorter than the distance from the bridge to the water. So there's going to be this moment where it falls and kind of swings.
It's a bungee cord? Oh no, I'm going bungee jumping? I didn't sign up for this, guys. This is not how I wanted to spend my 2020.
It's gonna go bungee jumping.
So there's going to need to be either 2 strength checks, 1 from each of you, Talus and Sir, or 1 at advantage, because Sir is holding Talus and Talus is holding the rope. I will let you guys decide.
Can I give it to Sir with advantage because I have I have no modifier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm really sorry if I crush your titty.
It's fine.
Crush them titties.
A natural 19 for
Crush
24.
them!
Okay.
Crushed.
Okay, so you've kind of got her in this like big like one-armed bear hug. You've thrown your javelin, and you were like, yes! Shit! As it's going, and as it's falling, you kind of reach. She's got it in her hand. You kind of reach forward around her, grab the rope with your other hand, and with her and the rope, you kind of yank back as it's falling, and you're like basically to Talus, you're like, brace yourself.
Yeah.
And there's this moment where you're both like as it hits the bottom of the rope. It's a heavy motherfucker. It's a big creature. It's like griffin sized. Yeah. So this rope is wearing, essentially it's rubbing and wearing against the edge of the bridge. That's something to be careful about. It's fine for now, but it's something to keep in mind. You have it hanging and you're both like in this like weird like very strong little bear hug thing that's going on. Sir, is that your turn?
I think the euphoria of how that kind of fucking worked would give him a second wind. And I would like to use my second wind.
Absolutely, sure.
And I get a 5-inch playback.
Okay.
As my chest puffs up, and it's like, okay. Now that's my turn.
All right. It is now its turn. Huh. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
What is Big Daddy gonna do?
If Nova wasn't with it, I would say the hole. And
but yeah,
crush me, do it. Crush me, Daddy.
Yeah.
So this is not a very intelligent creature. It operates under instinct and instinct alone, pretty much. It's a beast. It's technically a monstrosity, but it's a beast. It hunts in the wild. It's not interested in Nova anymore. A lot has happened to it. It is mostly interested in trying to get as high as possible to get away. So it lets go. You are fortunately only 20 feet above water because it's hanging, so it's not a very long fall. I mean, it's a long fall. It's a fucking long fall. But in mechanics, it is into water. And because it's into water, okay. So you fall. You take 5 bludgeoning damage when you hit the water. And I need a strength saving throw from you to see if you can grab onto a rock and fight against the current. It's not a high DC. Oh no!
No.
I rolled a 2 + 1. She's not very strong.
So you fall into the water. There's this moment of like you don't know which way is up. You don't know what's going on. You're tossing. You're turning. You finally get up to above water. Take that deep breath as you kind of breach the surface. Grab on for a rock. It's too slippery. Your hands slip over it. You begin to wash down the river.
Fun times. Okay.
It is now your turn.
Can my shoes get me out of this?
I don't think there's anything. Are there boots?
They're
Winged boots?
wing boots?
They
I don't
give
think
you
there's anything in
flies.
the description saying that they don't work.
Okay, then I'm just gonna shoot up. And hope
Yeah,
that
there's nothing that says that they won't work if you're submerged in water.
Okay.
So I will say that you can activate your boots and fly up.
How far did I get from, like, how far did it take me away from the creature?
You are 20 feet below it, so it's here.
Yeah.
You're 20 feet below, and then I'd say you're like 10 feet away.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna toll
Because
the
you
dead
had
again.
started to wash. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck this guy.
As it's hanging
How
upside down.
dare you!
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, wisdom save, please.
So that's going to be 10.
Okay.
Thought I was gonna have to.
15 bamboo chime damage.
Okay. All right.
Put your dice in your mouth. That gives it good luck. Don't do it. You're not allowed.
Tell
I'll
me
use
subtle.
this dice now. Okay. Is that so? You've used your movement basically.
Yeah.
Right. Or
Yeah.
you've used your action. How far did you fly up?
How far below the bridge am I?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Okay,
Some,
so
like,
I think I can only go
And
30.
then 20 feet below the.
I'll just go
creature.
up 30 for now.
Oh, is Chell frozen for anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Up by.
Rip.
It's okay. Quick fix.
Ah!
Hello?
Hello. Hello. I don't know if you heard me. You are 60 feet below the bridge and 20 feet below the creature.
Okay, so I
And
go.
then 10 feet away from the creature.
Yeah, I'm not getting closer to the creature. I'm just going straight up 30 feet.
Okay, so you're like 10 feet away from it and 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Okay. Dallas, it is your turn.
So the creature is hanging on the rope still?
Yep, and you and Sir are both holding it.
Can I wiggle one arm out and Eldritch blast it?
Yeah, you can like.
Because I can't really do much else to help.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Pew! Natural one!
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say 20.
Me too!
No, my arm is squished and it probably like
You're
bounces
like-
back off of Sir's horn a little bit, but doesn't hurt him. Sorry.
Watch the magic fingers.
I hope you don't do that though.
Oh no, no, I don't. That's Dylan being Italian. Watch the magic fingers.
And
Okay,
then I
it
just
is.
hold the rope and that's it.
Okay, Sir, it is your turn.
Do I know that it let go of Nova from this like angle? I'm tall, but I don't know if I actually have the sight to know
Yeah,
what's
like
going
I'm on the. Am
Yeah,
I
should
underneath
be
the opposite
behind
side?
us?
Yeah,
Like, am I behind them?
did the yeah.
Yes, you are behind
So,
them.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you wouldn't know.
With that -2 wisdom modifier, you really don't know.
I mean,
forgot about that.
you're in front of me, so he would be like, "Do you see Nova?"
Oh shit! I could have had as a bonus action told you, but I think she's
natural
panicking.
order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see her, Talus.
I
so.
don't see her anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if he wouldn't assume that it dropped her, so he's. I don't really I feel like he's just. I feel like he would say like, "I'll hold it," and then he would just kind of leave you to like try like, yeah, actually shoot it. And I'm just going to try and double down on my effort to keep it hanging.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know what's going on. So he's just like, it fell, holding it.
Are you trying to just keep it held, or are you trying to pull it up?
Oh no, I think I'm just trying to hold it because I think I'd be smart enough to know that dragging it against this stone is gonna wear down the rope.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fair assumption. Okay. So the creature, it's going to take its turn. It is going to use its multi-attack. Its first multi-attack is going to be at the rope.
Oh.
With a 17.
I think that.
That probably.
I'm pretty sure the rope has a 15. It's either 17 or 15. I can't remember. But only has 2 HP.
Yeah.
So 1 bite at the rope and the rope is broken. So you guys are like holding, and they're suddenly, like you picked up a gallon of milk that wasn't as heavy as you thought it was. You're like, It is going to take, so it has 50 feet of flying movement. So it's going to take its 40 feet to fly up and use 2 claw attacks at each of you. Nova and Sir.
And Nova?
Wait, Nova or
Not Nova, sorry. Talus and Sir.
Okay.
Thank you. So Sir, yours is a 19.
Fact. Yeah, I can't hold a shield and hold the rope, so that hits.
Yeah, and Talus, yours is 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So, Sir, you take 9 piercing damage.
Owie.
Talus, you take 5 piercing damage. Slashing damage from the claws. Oh, ignore that then. I was rolling the wrong die. I was looking at the wrong thing. So, Sir, you take 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
And Talus, you also take 4 slashing damage.
Not as bad.
Bite's a D8, claws a D6. I was rolling the wrong die. All right, Nova. What you doing, girl?
I think she's just gonna be like, I'm fine!
Okay. So you guys hear from behind you.
You dropped me, I'm fine!
Hi, Nova! As claws just rake into our bodies.
Toll the dead as I come on up.
Okay.
Oh god, that's so cool though. She's like, I'm fine. Rise.
I'm fine! Toll the dead! Excuse me a minute!
10 again.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Kill it.
Do it to him.
Okay.
Oh, I hit my microphone. But yeah, she's just, we see her just rise up on the other side of the bridge.
19!
How do you want to do this?
I want its head to explode.
Okay. So as this creature has flown up to rake its claws through both Sir and Talus, Nova, much like Dylan has described, it's just this like rise to the other side of the bridge that's just like with her magic. You hear these wind chimes, and it's always a very interesting and very stark contrast of these very beautiful, like melodic, calming wind chimes causing people's ears to bleed. So you hear these wind chimes kind of move across, and it kind of blows with the wind that's blowing across the bridge. And this manticore that's flown up and has raked its claws through both of you stops in midair, and you can see all of the muscles in its body start to tense and start to vibrate, and its wings kind of it's trying to stay upright, and it kind of grasps at the side of the bridge. It's kind of hanging on. Its claws are kind of moving to try to keep up and with you guys, and its eyes are squinting, and unfortunately it is right in front of your friends.
Do it.
just head, just blood and pink mist,
I'm
ichor,
so sorry.
brain matter everywhere.
I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about the proximity problem.
It's in my mouth. It's in my mouth.
Lick it. What does it taste like?
No! Don't eat it!
Iron, I suppose, because it's bloody.
I don't usually eat meat.
Actually, I do know what it tastes like. This is a really weird fact that I know, and I don't know it because I know from personal experience. I know from people I've spoken to. Spinal fluid tastes like bananas.
Oh.
So, iron with some banana in there.
Weird.
There's like a piece of bone. There's bone.
And it's kind of like there's like a metallic-y tint to that banana taste, though. It's not like that tastes great, but
It's medicine banana.
Yeah.
Right. Good job, Nova.
Sorry.
No, that was actually really cool.
Did it like?
Are you
did it
alright?
fall into the river?
Yeah. So its head exploded, and those muscles, you could see it straining to hold onto the bridge because it couldn't fly, because it couldn't think straight. You could see it straining to hold onto the bridge. Its head explodes, those muscles relax, its body falls. You hear a splash into the water.
I mean, my skin's already red.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
you just
gonna.
look very textured now.
I'm gonna float down to the bridge and just sit on the pavement. Just sit. And be like,
Pull the
She's
spike.
soaking wet. She's
pull the
soaking
spike.
oh yeah, I am soaking wet. You guys are covered
Yeah.
in gore, and I'm soaking wet.
Pull the spike out of my trapezius. And it's like,
Oh no.
told you as a souvenir.
Hey,
That's
Nova, look,
mine
it's
now.
like when you got shot, and I pull a spike out of my
Don't-
torso.
Don't remind. Oh no. Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
turn this into
I'm
something.
assuming Talos looks much worse than Ace in terms of hit points.
I'm okay.
On a scale of like 0 to 17, I look like a 9. But I'm pretty happy. I'm chill. I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, Nova, come here, and I give her a hug with all of the gore.
No!
I'll rub my head like against your mouth.
Nope. My hand is in the way. There is no way that's happening. Nope. No
Did
kiss.
the horses? Are the horses already? I
They
turned to
probably
look.
ran.
Did the horses run away?
Yes, they
Oh.
ran a little bit back by the woods. Like I said, these are trained horses. They are trained war horses, essentially. So they didn't run from fear. They are trained to get out of the way once a rider has dismounted, so they don't die. So they have kind of moved their.
No.
Oh.
They've kind of moved
Moved
there.
where? What?
Chell just looks like an oh.
Well,
Maybe we should take a short rest.
and I ope.
Mm.
Hello.
Hello? Hi.
What's the last thing you heard?
They had kind of moved their like. What was it?
They just moved
They had
their...
moved out of the way because they're trained to get out of the way.
Yeah,
So they were down
yeah.
by the
So they're
woods,
just
Yeah,
down by the woods.
chilling.
yeah.
Can I mystery? Come taste the flesh of our prey.
We snaw.
We snap.
Calling them over, especially with the clicking, they all kind of come over pretty. They're ready to keep going again.
Oh.
I turn off my boots. Fuck that. I'm not doing
Okay.
that again.
Right. So
I've probably made this path a bit more safe for the next person.
y'all alright, Nova?
That was a lot. I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim?
Nope.
Wait!
No,
Seriously, you know how to swim?
I don't want to find out in this situation.
Oh, alright. That's no.
This is something
that's what
that's...
we're doing next. We're gonna go to the carnival. We're gonna jump in the ocean and we're gonna swim.
I just remember this is something that's canon from Nova in Brave. She didn't know how to swim. So she doesn't know how to swim. So if I didn't have those boots, I probably would have not made it.
I was fully prepared to do a 60-foot dive to get you.
I was literally about to like be like, hold the rope, and then like slide down and try to grab you.
Oh, that's a smart.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I was thinking either that or I was gonna tell my magic rope to grab a rock, and it goes 10 feet. So if I could grab you, eventually it would grab something. Like, I don't know. We made it though.
We made it.
It was very cinematic.
It was very cinematic.
Just a little manticore fight.
Do you want to get across on the other side of the bridge and sit down for a bit?
Yeah.
If
you cross the bridge, can you like go down to the river bank?
No.
It's like a cliff.
It's like a cliff, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A tabaxi runs across the path.
I guess I'm not getting clean, but yeah, get to the other side and then camp on that side and sit for a bit.
Yeah.
I'll grab all of the horses
totally
and lead them across while the other two go to sit.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to get across the bridge.
Shit, my torch!
It's gone.
It's gone.
I mean, my grappling hook is gone and my rope.
Oh no.
They're not that expensive. They're
just
expensive.
Stuff. At least our friends are alive. We can get you new ones.
Oh, and the javelin's gone. Hold on, I got
to say javelin. You put emphasis on
the javelin.
The javelin.
I'm just making sure that all of this stuff is gone out
Get
of
all those string instruments going.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll buy more.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna have to restock when we get back to Waterdeep.
I'm carrying too many. I mean, he had a bow too. Like from back, I've got like 12 arrows. I'm taking a short rest.
Yeah, I think we're all taking a short rest. If that's
okay. Yeah, sounds good. You can go ahead and roll any hit die if you'd like.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Hit die.
What's the hit die for a cleric? An 8?
It should be a D8.
It's a D8. It's the same thing you roll for leveling up. So I rolled a 10. I'm good. Back to full. And get that action surge and that second win back. Man, fighters. I love you guys.
And I get my spell back.
I sit down for an hour and I'm ready to fight again.
And I'm almost fully healed.
Did you add your constitution to the hit die?
I rolled a 2 and a 1, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
I'm gonna. We're sitting there, hand squeegeeing the blood and brains off.
2, 4, so I'm at 16. So
okay.
Still.
Right. Is it dark? It's fully dark now.
Yeah.
It is nighttime.
I mean, at least we've been working. Like, we're on a sleep schedule of we can at least stay up until like 2 in the morning, and we're fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can keep going.
Okay. I mean, can I? So, looking at the path ahead of us, how far was it to the bridge?
So your first stretch before you hit the rocks was about 1.5 miles, and now up until this bridge is about another 1.5 miles or so.
Okay, so
you're at about 3 miles.
Got a couple more.
So we have a couple more. How is because I'm trying to decide whether, like, what if we don't find, how, depending on how long it takes, there might not be another safe spot like this. Can't really camp on the side of a cliff.
Right.
Well, I mean, it didn't take us that long, and I feel like we're probably halfway.
You're sitting at about You've been traveling, I'd say, for about maybe an hour and 45 minutes or so.
Okay. We could do
It takes you roughly 3 hours to get there.
Yeah, we can keep
You were
going.
told.
Okay. Well, and we've also sat now for an hour, so
Mhm.
okay. I mean, I can do it. I'm pretty good.
Nova, are you alright to keep going?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Do you want to sit on my horse with me?
No, I like moonlight.
Fine.
and Talis, I'm sorry about them.
Oh no, I can take a lot more rough treatment than that. You're fine.
You walked into that one.
All right, come on, Spruce, let's go.
Tally-ho!
We're settling up.
Mystery.
I'm going.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
So
that was really cool.
That was pretty scary.
It was scary, but it was really cool too.
Do you think it would have tried to like eat you in midair, or do you think it would have taken you back to like its home and then tried to eat you?
Probably that.
Do you think it
one.
would have just like torn you in half and then like eaten part of you on the way and then have the rest at home?
Maybe that one.
Oh shit! If it has a nest, is there gonna be another one?
It might have had babies.
Oh god.
Well, if Nova gets ground again, then we'll know.
why don't you guys all roll a history check for me really quick?
That's what I thought, sir.
14.
4. I don't have.
So, Nova and Talis, you both know that was a manticore. As far as what the creature is, they typically nest in very high places. So though you can't see it, you can reasonably assume that there's probably a nest around here somewhere. Maybe there's a tree somewhere or a cliffside with a cave. But you couldn't see. Dark vision is only 60 feet. So you couldn't see anything with that 60 feet, but that is, you know that they nest in high places. So that's something that you can reasonably assume.
We should probably keep moving.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Or is it?
Didn't we have this conversation last time?
Yeah, we did.
We're very original.
Okay. So you guys continue along this path. Roll me another Constitution save for your horses. You're getting higher up now. At this point, the air is getting a lot thinner, a bit harder to breathe. You kind of get that bite in your chest that you get with very, very cold air.
17.
17. Okay.
Mystery.
It's +1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 10.
10 is the DC. So your horses are doing okay still. It's very clear that they are very well trained and have probably even gone through some physical training too. Maybe going up into the mountains periodically to build up their tolerance for this sort of thing. They're trucking along pretty well. So continuing along then. The path finally starts to, instead of just kind of going up and around and up and around and up and around, the path actually starts to snake into the mountain. It's kind of a valley or like a crevice. There are steep cliffs that are now surrounding this path as you move forward. You've traveled for about 4.5 miles or so. Why don't you all roll a survival check for me as well?
Purple dice.
Nova, did you pull out another torch?
Probably.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I
did
wanted
it
to use it
again.
to get dry too.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
20,
Natural
okay.
1.
Natural 1.
Oh, rip.
Sir is just
14, 17.
this
13
this
plus
stupid
4.
Okay.
himbo can never go camping.
Okay. So as you guys are moving forward with this survival check, you actually do notice now that you've gotten into this place where this path is actually, while it is higher in altitude, it is a bit easier to traverse because the cliffside that's kind of coming up is blocking it from wind. So the colder winds as you're getting higher and higher into the mountains are not difficult to deal with because you are essentially sheltered from these winds. And moving through this pathway now, Nova and Talus, you can see that there are humanoid footprints going up the mountain, and you know that you probably haven't seen these before based on those survival checks because these footprints appear to be very intact because they are protected from the elements and animals coming through and ruining the tracks, etc. So they've been protected from the elements. You do, however, which one of I'm sorry, I heard you Talus had a natural 20?
Yep.
Yeah, so 21.
Okay. So you do see Nova, you're able to see 5 pairs of humanoid footprints that are going up the mountains. Talus, you can see one set of tracks seems to have come down the mountain within the last day or so and gone back up the mountain very recently. So out of those 5 sets, one set you can match with a set of tracks that's gone up the mountain, but that one set has gone down the mountain within the last day and gone back up within the last, I'd say, 2 or 3 hours.
Hey, do you guys see that? There's 5 going up,
Yes,
but then there's one. Okay, but there's this one over here that's really light, but it's going down. Probably today, but then there it is going back up. More recently. Do you think that is this Halam? Or whatever his name is?
Maybe.
Maybe. Right? Maybe he comes down to the river or something. But what about all the others?
Yeah, where's the other 5?
I don't know.
Can we tell how recent the 5 footprints went up?
Yeah, I'd say with your 17, probably you'd guess within the last week.
Okay.
Last 7 days, our kind of week. The last 7 days.
Okay.
Maybe Halam is just an absolute beast of a man. Just runs up and down the mountain for fun.
He's probably good quads,
His thighs are probably like tree trunks.
But yeah.
You broke them.
Are you gonna can I? Here's the thing. I wasn't planning on talking when we got up there. I'm definitely gonna compare his thighs to yours, and I'm just letting you know I'm gonna be looking at it while we're up there.
Alright, I focus. I've on the upper body, so it's not necessarily a fair comparison at all.
Yeah, but you're also taller, so I feel like that means your legs would be bigger naturally. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna check.
Yeah, he's doing this. He's like, it's pretty thick.
It was the quads that killed me.
It's quads.
I don't know why that killed me.
Let's go.
We go.
Okay, so you move forward.
With our quads.
Your quads.
The horse quads.
It's the quads and the glutes,
So moving forward now, you can see through this narrow canyon that you're walking through. It is a bit forward from you now as you come around a corner or another curve. About 60 feet ahead of you, a guard post has been built into the mountain that is completely blocking the canyon.
Is it the colors of the city watch or the city guard?
All you can see is it's a stone wall and then a gate another stone wall, and then like an actual post. So there's not really any colors that you can see yet from 60 feet away, especially at this time of night.
Hey, boss, you say anything about this? I don't think so.
No. Should we keep going? Should we leave the horses here and, like, climb it?
Why don't we just find a door and knock?
Yeah, I mean,
Should we, like, knock on the gate?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to be here.
Oh, right, we have our little
badge things.
Yeah. Don't gotta be we don't gotta be suspicious.
Yeah, but it'd be really alright.
It will be really fun.
So as you move forward a little bit to go to knock on the gate, you can see the actual post itself is probably about 30 feet high. So the ankle that you were at, it was like all of the top of it. And it appears as you're kind of walking closer, there's probably somebody that was like walking in like a circle around the square, or like in a square around the perimeter of the top of the building, because they kind of walk and then come into view. And then kind of peek over, see you guys about, I'd say probably about 40 feet away. And then he kind of over his shoulder kind of calls, Captain, travelers approaching. And then somebody else. I'm really trying here, y'all.
We're sorry.
It's probably what we naturally do. We can like, hi!
Yeah, I figured that we were actually doing it for that long.
Yeah.
And you can see another figure appear next to him a few moments later, who waits until you're about 15 feet away and then up his hand for you to stop. You can see that they are wearing the green and gold uniforms of Waterdeep Guard. He calls out, hello, I am Captain Tarek of the City Guard. Who comes?
My name is Sir. Is it?
Nova, nice to meet you.
I'm Talus. Oh, yep. I don't have my mask and running faces on.
We're never gonna see this man again.
It's fine. He's on a mountain.
It's fine. We'll throw him off the mountain. It's fine.
I see that and I'm immediately like,
oh shit.
Because I don't have my thing on.
Nope, you are a drow, half drow currently. He kind of pauses, and a moment, and then you see him disappear, and he's gone for a couple of moments, and then the door on the bottom to the outside
just needed a knock.
of the guard post opens and comes out. All right, you've told me your names. I'm Captain Tarek. It's very, very late to be traveling the mountain. What are you doing here?
I'm holding out my little brooch thing that she gave us.
We're sent on business from the Blackstaff.
Me and my men are here to make sure that no one disturbs the old geezer's meditation, and it's good that we do. I wouldn't want to bother the old monk if I were you. He insists that we let no one trouble him. He even hit Draken, and he points up at the guy up there, upside the head for just trying to bring him some food and drink the other day.
Oh.
Well,
We've heard he can be a bit more of a difficult sort.
Right, well, we have business for the Blackstaff up there.
All right, that's on you then. Come over here. Help me push the gate open. You're strong.
Yeah. It's like my mama always says, why she had a son. Okay. Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay. So he kind of puts his hand on your back and kind of push you to go a bit ahead of him, and he's like walking with you.
Captain? No, yeah.
All the captains. Just collecting captains left, right, and center. Let's do this.
Just curls his fingers on the small of my back a bit.
Okay. So do you go forward to the gate?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll me a dex saving throw.
What the fuck?
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, are these like bandits?
16.
Okay. Okay. So you go to walk up to the gate to help him push it open. He had guided you ahead of him.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Oh,
no! Ahead of him.
Damn. Well, I mean, they're wearing the cloak.
We're too. I should have known. Why did I never trust anyone in the police uniform?
I mean, I didn't. Dylan didn't even think to question it. I was like, yeah, of course they have guards to watch the monk. That makes sense. Oh, Chell.
Ooh, woo.
Yeah, I think they were bandits. I think I just walked into a trap. Chell.
Joe! Hello?
Ah!
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 Hi.
The last thing
I don't
he
know
was
what the
like-
deal is.
It's
He had guided you ahead of him. Was like the last thing.
He was pushing me ahead.
So he had guided you ahead of him, which you had taken as him being a little forward with you. But in fact, he was trying to guide you ahead of him to make sure that you hit the trap in front of the gate before he did.
Mhm.
So as you kind of move to help him open the gate, right in front of the gate, there is a 5-foot wide, 15-foot long, 10-foot deep trench. And when you step down, your foot steps through canvas that has been covered with dirt and rock. So your 16 saves. However, he had been holding an action to shove you in should you not say, or should you save. So
Shit.
I will say that you need to make a contested athletics check.
Oh, bitch!
What
if
is
I'm
happening? I need to switch back to my intense music.
Ah, damn it, sir.
Oh,
well,
I should
you
put
got
in the
caught
music. Hang on. Let me
You
pull
got
up
you got
Probo
you got
music.
caught off guard. 11.
Okay, he rolled. Where is his strength? A dirty 20.
Oh,
So you catch yourself and you're like, whoa, what the heck? Because your feet like hit your foot, you step 1 foot forward and it hits that uneven ground. But then you feel 2 hands on your back and you fall into the trench.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah,
Roll
you probably
initiative.
get to like what the Okay.
Actually, and then 10 feet, you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
do we see him fall in a hole?
Yes. You also see this man shove him in it.
Yeah. I rolled an 8. For
I look at Nova.
13.
And I'm, oh, wait, are we rolling initiative?
yeah.
8.
What's your dexterity?
What's your dexterity?
Who?
You.
Mine? My
Yeah.
dexterity, my modifier
Yeah.
is a +3.
Okay.
I
And
rolled
for-
a 5 plus my initiative roll was an 8.
Okay. Sir, what
Total.
is your dexterity modifier? Didn't you
My-
roll an 8 too?
No, I rolled. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry, a 1. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I rolled a 7, became an 8. Yeah, +1.
And then Nova, what is yours?
13.
Okay.
Oh, there's
Okay.
Oh, girls, please push this asshole down in here with me.
All right. So first up in the initiative is Draken, who is up on top of the. He was the one you first originally spoke to, who yelled. So far you know Tarek, who is the man who just shoved Sir into the trench, and Draken, who is the one who called for Tarek. Those are the two people you've seen.
Cool.
5 footprints.
Okay. Gatsby, stop. So it is Draken.
Dumbasses didn't think of that.
Oh, did they capture the monk?
That's what I'm wondering.
So it is Draken's turn first. He is going to pull out his crossbow.
Cool.
From up there and attack Nova.
Stop shooting Nova 2020.
Oh, that's a nat 1. So that is a no. He does have a multi-attack though, so he's gonna go one more time. And that's a 2, so that is a no.
Oh.
So 2 crossbow bolts kind of whiz past both you, Talus, and Nova. And you hear kind of a swear from up there, because he's like, it's dark, I'm sorry! Which brings us next to the initiative, to someone that you have not met yet. You see also the gates begin to open, behind which stands a woman, wearing a kind of a silk shirt that's tucked into like high-waisted pants. The shirt has kind of really those sleeves that have like the long, like flowing like hems. It's kind of got a deep like V-neck and like embroidery. The pants she's wearing are leather. She's got boots up to her knees, and she has a book on her hip.
Oh, cool. Haha.
Me.
So she opens the gate, and with opening the gate, she is going to cast a spell. I will say the gate was the object interaction.
Blackstaff reject. Oh, dropped out of the academy, maybe?
So you guys had come so that you were like 15 feet away from the trench. So I will say that you are like 25 feet away from her. She is going to cast a spell. So she reaches into a pouch on her hip, takes a bit of honeycomb out and puts it in her palm and kind of moves her hand over it, and then goes like that towards Nova. Nova, can I please get... Hold on. A wisdom save. She doesn't know your wisdom is, though.
17 plus 6.
Okay, that does save. And there's a moment of also just like a... It's not frustration, it's a as she realizes, like, oh, you're one I need to be paying attention to kind of reaction.
I think Nova's having the exact same thought. You're a problem.
Pay attention to all of us, bitch.
Nova, it is now your turn.
Alright, how far away is she from me?
25 feet.
Perfect. I'm gonna take out my dream scythe and rush her.
Okay. She is on the other side of the trench. Are you going to try and jump the trench?
Can I do that?
It's 5 feet wide, so it's not hard to jump.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah. I will say even with a running start, I'm not even going to consider your long jump. That's absolutely possible.
Okay. Two-handed, so this is a 17 to hit.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay.
My dog is barking in her sleep.
Oh. 6 damage.
Okay. All right. She kind of like holds her arm up like this as like it reflexively to block it away. It's a freaking scythe. That does literally nothing. So she's like knocked back a bit, stumbles back a bit on her feet. But she smiles. Being up close to her now, you can see that she's got very like an olive toned like skin tone, dark hair. She's got pulled in a really high ponytail that's super straight and kind of goes down her back. She's got really like intense dark eye makeup, like really like dark eyeshadow, really dark eyeliner. She and like red lipstick. Like she's like the whole deal. Like she looks important, basically, which I know you've already gathered. But
hey, this NPC has voice acting.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
I think I probably just would quickly just message as a bonus action to Ace, like, you okay?
I allow you to respond. You can go ahead.
Fucking motherfuck shit ass.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay. Which brings us to Tarek, who is going to... He's gonna go for Nova. She's right there. So, multi-attack. First one is not good. He's gonna jump across too, by the way. He'll take that 5 feet of movement to get to you. The first one is a 3. Second one is also a freaking 3. That hopped down on my tray. Okay, what's happening? That was also a 3.
Woo!
Stop trying to hurt Nova.
All 3 of them were 3s. That's so irritating.
It's so irritating. I can't punish Christy.
I know.
Leave her alone.
God damn it! Let me just punish her.
So with those 3 3s,
Were those like melee?
obviously don't hit. Yeah, he's got a
Okay.
scimitar that he jumps out with, and so it's
Shit.
+5, so it's an 8. But Dakota just came to the door and blew me a kiss. So it's an 8. So obviously that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
But so there's this moment of you're like, and you like turn with your scythe and you like block each of those blows.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
honey.
No.
Don't you try that.
I'll get to you in
Okay.
a minute. I can turn back to her.
Sorry, it is your turn.
Okay. Did Tarek, when he jumped across, did he also run away, or is he still at the edge of the top of the?
He's still at the edge.
So, and it's 10 feet high,
Yes.
and I'm tall. Can I?
I will say with D&D
His ankle?
mechanics, it doesn't work that way.
No, to grab him and pull him down here, standing high jump.
Standing high jump, I will say that's fine. I thought you were gonna be like with Reed. No, you're good. Yeah.
No, not to
No,
hit him. I'm
yeah.
pulling him down here with me.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I guess that's technically a grapple. So you can roll an athletics check.
16?
He rolled an 18. 16 plus 2.
Dang.
So I will say you're able to grab his ankle, and when you go to pull him down, you still have his ankle, but he's able to rip it out of your hand before you can pull him down. He has gotten to a point where he's basically got his foot down in the trench, and his other foot he's crouching basically, so he has to kind of turn to get himself so he doesn't fall. So he's essentially prone.
Okay.
With his legs dangling into the pit.
Okay.
Because he had to kind of because his foot got yanked backwards into the trench, so he had to kind of turn, and he basically fell on his butt, hanging with his legs in the trench, looking down at you. So you've got him essentially prone, but not in the trench with you.
I'm willing to action surge to try to take
Go
that
for
way
it.
because I'm really
Go for
pissed
it.
off. Okay. So another athletics.
Mhm.
17.
That was a 16 on his part. So he is able to first rip his foot out and kind of twist so that he doesn't fall in, but then you just kind of grab his feet
Yeah.
and pull him in.
Oh yeah, no, it's like an ankles and then literally the back of the pants. it's like, hey, prick! And it's like pulling him. And it's like, you're in here with me.
So with that 10-foot fall, then Tarek takes 2 bludgeoning damage.
Now I'm just gonna crack the knuckles. This
Okay.
bitch. Oh, this bitch. Okay, but yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
No, but
Talus.
just sees him.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You had your turn already.
Wait, no, I didn't have my turn.
No, you are right. It is your turn now.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're good.
Okay. I want to run. Everyone's on the other side of the thing, right? Other than the guy in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to run and jump across the thing.
Okay.
And then, I don't know if this is possible. I don't know. How far is the lady from the little ditch?
Within 5 feet. She's in melee with Talus because she had just opened the gate, so she's like right there.
So is there a point at which I could stand where both the lady and the guy who just fell in the hole are within a 10-foot cube of me?
Yes, but Nova and Sir also would be if that affects it at all.
Yep, it does, but we're going for it. I'm
Okay.
gonna use my Fey Presence to cause fear, and everyone has to make a DC 14 Wiz save.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Oh yeah, no, it was a 6.
Okay, so Sir, you are afraid.
'Cause I've only done this one
18.
time, and wait, what did you
You
roll?
are
18.
afeared. So basically, you are frightened of Talus until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
It looks like a bunch of bugs crawl on my face and start eating my eyes out, and my jaw unhinges, and it's very like Venom face, and I'm like, ah.
Ooh.
And the
then-
frightened condition simply means that as long as you can see her, you have a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer to her.
Okay.
The mage succeeds with an 18. Tarek in the trench rolled a nat 1.
Ooh.
Yay. I was gonna try to get both of them
What
to
about
like.
what about the guy that's also on my
He's in the
deck?
tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah, he can't get within the.
No, wasn't there a guy that melee attacked me? Or was
Yeah,
he...
that's the guy in the hole.
That's Tarek. That's the guy that
you
I.
pulled
he
him
got yanked
in.
into the
Yeah,
hole.
you saw him basically go. Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't have to deal with him. I was gonna do something to make him less of a problem, but never mind.
No, sweetie, he's playing with me in the
Okay.
trench.
Okay.
So, the mage succeeded, but the guy in the trench failed. So both Sir and the guy in the trench, who are both in the trench, are afraid of Talus right now.
And then for my bonus action, I want to hex the lady.
Okay, what are you hexing?
I'm hexing her strength.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
And that's my turn.
Cool. So at the top of the initiative, then, with Draken, who's in the tower, who is going to take his crossbow to Talus. Okay, those are a bit better than the 3 3s. So the first one is a 16.
Yeah.
Second one is also a 16.
Yup.
And third one's a 1. So just the first 2. Okay. So you take 8 slashing or 8 piercing damage with crossbow.
Whew. Owie.
Okay. And he's going to stay in the tower. So next is the mage, who is going to okay, so first she is going to bonus action Misty Step 30 feet back, so like on the side of the gate that you guys couldn't see when it opened. So back, she's Misty Stepping 30 feet. And then she will, because the next one has to be a cantrip, so she will Firebolt Nova with a 16 plus 2. 16.
Yep.
Okay. So with that firebolt, you take 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Okay. So she misty steps, she firebolts Nova, and it kind of hits you square in the chest, and the flames kind of like move up and kind of lick around your face and your shoulders. And then you can see her from 30 feet away, kind of give her hips a little wiggle and smile at you.
What a bitch.
So that is her turn. Nova, it's your turn.
She's on the
Don't
other.
like that.
She's on the other side of the gate, right? I can't reach her.
The gate is open, so you can
Oh.
go through. She's 30 feet away.
And can I see the guy in the tower?
Yeah, he's on top of the building. The building's about 30 feet into the air.
Okay, I'm gonna take a chance on this, and I'm going to take away his proficiency with that crossbow.
Okay.
And he needs to make a wisdom save to see if he notices.
Mm-hmm. 2.
He doesn't
2
notice.
plus 2, 4.
So I kind of
Okay.
just give him the dirty look and then rush with the scythe. I'm not attacking because I can't attack, but I'm just rushing right into her space. I want to be in melee with her.
Okay. All right.
I love
Sounds
this
good.
pattern.
So it is Tarek's turn. So there's a moment where he's like looking up at Talus.
Oh no, me too. Like we both are.
And then you like look at each other, look at each other, and he's like, okay. And he's going to attempt to attack you with his scimitar, which has disadvantage because Talus is within his eyesight. So the first one's a nat 1. Second one is a 14.
Nope. Gauntlets.
Third is a 12.
No.
So none of them hit.
I am made of metal.
He is too focused on the bugs crawling in and out of Talus's eyes and ears
And
to
mouth, nose.
even pay any mind to Sir. It's like a half-assed like scimitar wielding. Talus.
I am going to blow a kiss to Sir and say, sorry, but I think you got this. And then I'm going to skip away 10 feet towards the lady, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a 22.
Absolutely, that hits.
And she's hexed.
Yep, so you get an extra d6.
5 of the force damage from the Eldritch Blast and 1 hex. Or
5 and 4,
one is
okay.
necrotic, I guess.
Sounds good.
Blast her.
Alright.
Stick my tongue out at her.
So Nova, you can see because you're right up on her, and you can kind of see her shoulder like be thrown back a bit with the force of Talus's Eldritch Blast. But she kind of inhales really deeply.
I return that cocky smirk.
Oh, and the Fey presence ends on this at the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that brings us to Sir.
Cool, so he got disadvantage, and then she winks at me, and it's like, she's okay. So I'm gonna draw the longsword version of the razor and be like, my turn. And I'm gonna two-handed try to hit him.
Okay.
Pew!
If I can see what my plus to hit is. Whoop. 17 to hit.
I believe that hits. Yes, 17 hits.
Cool. D10 because it's two-handed.
Look at that little baby.
Little baby.
8, so 11 slashing
Okay.
damage.
Cat hair on my
Cat
face.
hair. Isn't it tasty though?
So comes down kind of on his shoulder and then kind of pulls it back to cut along it, and then just sort of does the kind of like arm up to brace because I can't really get my shield at this point, and rest the longsword on top of it.
Okay. He definitely yells out in pain.
Oh, little baby! You're gonna fight with someone that looks like this, prick.
Yep. Yep.
It is now. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's now Draken's turn then. Oh, he's not rolling a disadvantage. So
He
the
has
first
no
one.
proficiency.
He has
with
no
his
proficiency.
crossbow.
Yes, that is true. So the first one then, minus his proficiency, is a 15.
To hit who?
Sir, sorry.
No.
Okay. Second one, minus proficiency, is an 11.
No.
Third one, minus proficiency, is a 16.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
So 3
That
crossbow
new-
bolts
new-
just like
that-
shoot past you.
It's the new, so he sees the first one and it misses, and he takes that cloak that he bought, and actually, like Batman, he literally flings it because it's armor plated, and just
Mm-hmm.
catches the other two.
There you go. Okay. So now it is the mage's turn. Who is a little irritated at Nova returning that smile. Is going to cast. Let me pull up a spell here. You know what? She's actually gonna do magic missile.
Rude.
because she knows that my wisdom's high. She can't cast
Yeah.
anything on me.
I'm looking at all her spells and what she would want to do, and it's like wisdom save, wisdom save. It's like no, she's realizing that that's not working.
Yeah, I'm also in the same boat. That's why I'm going melee, because like Toll the Dead's not going to do anything to this bitch.
So she's going to do a magic missile, but you're right there within melee range of her. So she kind of holds her palms like this and pushes them into your chest, and like point blank shoots 3 force balls at you.
This is gonna hurt.
So 4,
Stardom.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 force damage.
I'm out. Again.
No! And
She literally just shotgunned you in
Like,
the
I
chest.
really go blasting back like 10 feet.
Point blank magic missile just
No! That was not my intention!
Nova's sternum just like
Nova just gets beat every episode. How is she still alive?
To be fair, 6 attacks missed you.
Mhm.
So she went with something that
Will definitely hit. Yeah. No, it was a good call. It was a good call.
Damn it.
Pleased with herself, she's going to step over Nova's unconscious body.
What a bitch!
And move 10 feet closer to the gate. Not her full movement, just 10 feet.
I'm still in this fucking trench.
Nova, will you please roll a death saving throw and send it to me privately?
Okay, I have to get my phone because I can't do it on.
Are you
That's
still
totally
holding?
fine.
Are you still holding the potions? I don't have a potion.
I gave you a potion and I gave her a potion. Because I bought 2, I think minor potions for you guys.
Mm-hmm. So you each should have one.
I don't have one, though.
Yeah, it's just you two.
Okay.
So while Nova is doing that, it is Tarek's turn. So Tarek is going to attempt to attack Sir.
He doesn't have disadvantage anymore, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Now he's gonna hit me a bunch.
And I will say with Nova going unconscious, he also has his proficiency bonus back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
That
say
was-
sorry.
That was
Draken
Draken, or whatever.
has the crossbow.
The crossbow.
Tarek.
Yeah.
You are right. Thank you. So he is good. Okay. So first one definitely doesn't hit. It's another 3 plus 5. But the second one is a 23.
Yeah.
And the third one's a nat 1. So just 1 hits.
Okay.
With his scimitar, you take 7 slashing damage.
Ugh, okay.
Dallas, it is your turn.
Okay, so does the gate open like this? Like it's doors
It
like that?
slides open.
It slides? Okay, I'm gonna see Nova fall, and I'm gonna just yell, "Sir!" And, I wanna, I don't know if I can, back up and get, a little bit behind the door from the lady, but I would like to do that and Eldritch Blast her.
There's a wall, so yeah, you could kind of tuck over.
Further away from the tower. I want to be further away
So
from the tower.
towards the left side where there's no tower.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
$19.
A 19 definitely hits.
D10. D6. Okay, that's 4 force damage and 5 necrotic for 9 total.
Damn.
It just is like a big blast of wind into her.
Okay.
And then I duck.
Hell yeah. 9 total. What did you say about the hole?
I duck behind the wall. After.
Oh, I thought it sounded like you said I jumped down into the hole.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to be in there.
That's
Fun
what you
things aren't
wanna do.
happening in this. Fun things aren't happening in this hole.
It's not a fun hole.
This isn't a fun hole.
We could get our fun hole. Who has? Oh shit. And Nova has the boots. God damn it!
Just take her boots off her unconscious body.
They're gonna be
Sorry,
leaving my
Nova,
body
this is where
real
we
quick.
part ways.
It's fine. I'd take my boots too. It's okay.
Okay.
I literally have 8 HP. I'm not gonna be able to get to her to help her.
Alright, so that brings us to Sir then. It is your turn.
Okay. What does it take to equip a shield? Oh, bye.
Oh. Fuck your shield.
What? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
I'm back.
What is the action economy for equipping a shield? If you remindeth me.
Personally, I would probably call it a bonus action. Yeah, because technically it is an action, per raw. But I think that's
Okay.
That just kind of sucks. So I will call it a bonus action to dot and doff a shield.
Okay. And then second question, I know I only cleaved him the one time, but how hardy of a person is he?
He's looking hurt, but able to act beyond it. So he's still up and he's still raring to go, even though he's hurt.
So he did a flurry of attacks at me. I blocked 2. He catches me once. I kind of ride with it, and kind of use the momentum for a little spin. Get my shield off, and when I come back around, that's my bonus action, basically flavoring it as bonking him with the shield, but I'm taking the disengage action. So I'm gonna basically catches me, and it's just I have a shield now, bonk
to like knock him, just like daze him a bit to disengage. Sure.
To disengage, and then use my movement to run to because someone called for me. So I want to try and clamber out of this.
Roll a strength check. Athletics.
Okay. 24.
Yeah, okay. DC was 12. You're fine. You're able to kind of, even because it's only 5 feet, even use the other wall to kind of bounce yourself up a bit to get to the edge, pull yourself up. I will say that took half your movement.
Okay, so with 15 feet left, what do I see? Because I've been in this hole this whole time. If I called out on the side I heard being called from. Yeah,
15 feet, you see Talis ducked to your left, kind of behind a wall. You see Draken up on top of the tower with a crossbow. You see Tarek below you. And you see the woman that you've seen standing 20 feet away from you with an unconscious Nova on the ground 10 feet behind her.
Okay, so 15 feet gets me 5 feet away from the mage.
So not within melee.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I used my action to disengage anyway. I mean, he's gonna... If he sees that Nova's down, it's like a bull seeing red. So it's like shield, sword on top of it, and it's like, "Hi, little lady, here I come."
I love the little head bob.
So yeah.
Okay. So are you going to take that 15 feet of movement then? All right, sounds good.
Leave my girls alone.
Leave my girls alone. Okay, so that brings us to the top of the initiative then with Draken, who's going to take his crossbow shots at Sir, the fiery red tiefling who has just emerged from the hole. First one is a 18.
Shield.
Okay. Second one is 19.
Shield.
Oh my god.
And the third one is also a 19.
Shield. Made my AC go from 18 to 20.
Okay.
So yeah, if he's charging, because he's ahead. So it's like moving forward, and it's just and doesn't even stop moving.
All right, sounds good. Which brings us to the mage, who sees you advancing. Advancing her direction, shield and sword and all. She is going to... Sorry, let me mute my phone really quick. There's a extensive conversation happening in a group chat. So you can see there's kind of a... She gives pause. She's little. She's not like Liara little. Liara's only like 5 feet tall, but she's like 5'4", 5'5"-ish. She's little. So you're like an entire foot taller than her, so she's like, oh shit. So she reaches into that pouch, takes out what looks like just kind of a rod, like a pencil-sized rod, holds it between her fingers like this, holds her hand out, And I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Big dumb fighter. 12? 14
That is
minus 2.
That is a fail.
Okay.
So she just hold personed you. So you are paralyzed for the duration of her spell.
Break her concentration.
Yeah, you can break her concentration.
Squinting.
So she's going to close that 5 feet gap between the two of you. Hold on.
Oh, bitch.
No.
I just want to make sure. No, she's not.
So-
She can't. She already took her action.
Yeah.
So.
But attacks on me have advantage. Melee attacks are automatic crits. That's paralysis.
Yeah, you automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Attacks have disadvantage, and any attack is a crit if it's within 5 feet of you. You also can't move or speak. So she's going to close the gap between the two of you. Take 2 fingers, push forward, and push you so that you fall over.
Hey, but if you're prone, you have advantage, or there's disadvantage on ranged against you. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're straight rolls on me.
And she walks up. She walks up next to you and you like fall basically on your back. Your shield is still up, and she walks up next to you, kind of looks down at you, and your eyes are open. The only thing you can do is blink, basically. And your eyes are open, and she just kind of cocks her head to the side, smiles, and then we'll continue walking about 5 feet. That is her turn.
Fuck.
Nova, can you send me another save, please?
What is that face, Christine?
This brings us to Tarek. Tarek is going to attempt to climb out of the hole.
Oh, fall, bitch.
And he does. He rolled an 11 on his strength save. Or strength athletics check.
Wait, so he does climb out or he does fall?
No, he doesn't. He falls,
He literally
falls
is like,
back into the hole. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, basically. Okay, that brings us to Dallas.
Okay.
Your girl is like 10 feet away from you, basically, at like an angle.
Break the concentration.
Is there a way for me to run to Nova without coming into melee range with her?
Let me look. Yes. The gate is 15 feet wide, and she's basically walking down the center. So there's basically 3 like squares that you can move through. So you can like skirt the wall and kind of come in and then run without
Okay.
getting within melee. Yeah.
I don't know if I should try to break her concentration or go to heal Nova, because I can run to her and then use an action on a potion, or I can try to break her.
breaking the concentration is like a maybe. You know.
Yeah.
So breaking the concentration is it might happen. Do you?
Okay, I want to run to Nova, and I gave her the potion, so I probably saw where she put it. I want to grab her. I want to go to where she has her little potion that I gave her, and I want to shove it in her mouth.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
Is it
2d4?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Does paralysis say I can't
5.
take no actions?
5 hit points
Okay.
for Nova.
So Nova, you have 5 hit points back.
And I want to kind of be crouched over her, so I'm in between her and the lady.
Dylan, to answer your question, yes, a paralyzed creature is incapacitated, which then says they can't take actions or reactions.
Okay. Poopy doopy.
So yeah,
Damn.
Nova, you are conscious now. Yeah. Dallas, is there anything else that
She's
you would
not
like
made
to
for
do?
this adventuring shit. I think that's what she's coming to the conclusion of.
No!
I don't have anything that I can really do. I look at the lady and I yell and I'm just like, ah! I don't know.
Okay. Sir, it is your turn. You unfortunately can't do anything.
Does he get a wisdom save?
I look really angry at her. Is it a repeat?
At the end of your turn?
I'm pretty sure at the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. So yes, you may go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, let's try it. Ooh, 17 to 15 or 17.
That saves. So you're on the ground, your shield, and you can slowly feel the movement start coming back to you, and then it's like, ugh.
But still, but it's at the end of my turn. So.
Correct. So back to Draken, who is going to attempt, again at disadvantage, I know, to hit Sir. No. 20 for that one.
That hits me.
And then, yeah, no, that doesn't hit. So Sir takes, because this is minus his proficiency. No, because they lost that. Never mind. Yeah. So, what is math? 6 piercing damage.
Oh, ow! He got me in the knee. I can't adventure anymore.
Can't adventure anymore. He took an arrow to the knee, and you can hear like a because he finally hit you.
Fuck you, Dracon.
from like under the shield, there's like a little. Ow, man! Ow! I make 20 HP last a long time.
Okay, so that brings us to the mage, who is going to... Did you make any noise when you got up, or when you, like, came to? Sir?
I mean, I don't... I feel like he made noise when he got shot.
Okay.
Definitely.
So she turns, sees you getting up, sighs, holds her hand up, and you can see this like yellow light kind of start to cover her all over. So she's kind of got like a barrier almost kind of glowing a little bit. She casts mage armor.
Oh, smart. Coming for you, bitch.
She casts fireball.
Down, boy.
I am using a stat block that I've like dumbed down so that it doesn't kill you.
Thanks.
If she had 3rd level spells, she would have fireball, but she doesn't have 3rd level spells. Okay.
We don't even have 2nd level spells.
She's going to turn around and she's going to pull a shorter like quarterstaff and like shake it, and it kind of opens up further to a normal sized quarterstaff, and she's going to just look at you. Nova.
Well,
you were awake
and prone on my back.
and prone.
So I'm gonna roll over onto my stomach. And
okay.
Out of sheer desperation, I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm just gonna cast Toll the Dead on her.
Okay. I can roll a wisdom save for it.
People roll low.
It happens. Seven.
Okay.
And she's been hurt, so you get a d12.
I do get a d12.
She's been blasted.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay. She's not looking good. So she had turned and had pulled this quarterstaff and had basically turned to stare Sir down.
Yeah, I feel like
with
was
this, like,
hey bitch, over here! Just cast the...
with this like slight smirk on her face, hears Nova say that, looks over Sir's shoulder, and then there's this moment where her eyes kind of get really wide, and she starts to like go like this, and like blink really hard and really slow as she's trying to like blink the pain away, basically like breathing through it, and you can see blood kind of trickling down her face, or down her nose, and like down her ears.
How far away am I from the gate? 20?
From the gate? 20
Yeah.
feet, I believe. Because you guys had moved a bit.
No, I feel like she's still gonna stay on the ground because she's like really hurt.
Okay.
So she's just like
That's totally fine.
on her stomach, just like glaring at this woman.
Okay. So it is Tarek's turn now. He's going to try to get out of the... This time he is able to. So he's able to take 15 feet of movement to pull himself up out of that hole. I think the only person close to him is Talus.
I'm on Nova.
Yeah.
Oh, you are by
also,
Nova.
It's me.
Yes, it is you.
It's me.
So he is going to move forward then. That one. This poor man.
This lovely shield.
18.
No, shield.
Also 18.
No, shield.
So he's a
All of these
Skyrim
are-
character now. To the why won't you die? God. Okay.
All of those
That is-
18s would have hit
Are you
I know.
looking rough?
without this shield.
Like really rough? Yeah, okay.
I think we all are.
Okay, I think we're all about the same. Okay.
Oh, I'm doing the best if that's what you're at. Damn.
But I have self heals.
Okay.
Self heal.
Self-heal.
Self-care.
Okay.
Important.
So Talus, it is your turn.
Okay. I want to... I mean, I was just kind of kneeling over Nova, and I want to stand up. I mean, it's not really prone, but I get up. And how far am I from the lady? Is she like 10 feet away from me?
She had moved a little bit, so I think she's like 15 feet at this point.
But I'm not in melee with her.
No.
Eldritch Blast!
Okay.
Ah, yeah, bitch. You're getting hit. That's a 19.
That hits even with mage armor.
Seven force damage, 2 necrotic. And then I want to run at her so I'm in melee on the opposite side of her from Sir. And I'm going to get my pimp cane. And I'm just going to be like, this is not your day, bitch! So that we can flank her.
Okay. So that brings us to Sir.
Okay. So he's this poor man is just wailing on me with the scimitar. It's just ting, ting, ting.
Yeah.
So Sir is literally like, he hits once, I get up a little bit, he hits twice, I'm like sitting up, he hits the third time, and I push off of it, and I stand up like, God, you fucking asshole. I'll second wind as a bonus action.
Okay.
So.
Get 11 HP back, so I'm back to
Hey!
full.
Shit! What the fuck?
Oh no, sorry, not back to full. Sorry, I did math wrong, but I'm basically full.
Okay. But still, what the fuck?
I mean, that's yeah. And then go for a one-handed. So it's kind of like holding this shield on the scimitar and a one-handed stab at the mage.
Okay.
For a flank.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how your magic, fun little mage armor do.
That mage armor.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Mage armor, sweetie.
Mhm.
Another 7 piercing.
Okay. Let me look at her. How would you like to do this?
Do it, Taylor.
Okay,
She's
so
a
it's like
mage. She doesn't have that much HP.
he's like
just hurts.
why? He's like, why won't you die? And it's like, God's not in your favor. And it's just literally gonna be a like shove him off and just sort of like a backhand
momentum.
slash and just wipe out her whole side of her abdomen from the back to the stomach, just sort of.
So she's got that quarterstaff. She's holding it like in the center, and she's got it part of it like pointed down, so it's like coming up behind her shoulder. Was ready to use it. You kind of slash out with your sword to her abdomen. It basically cuts her open. She kind of stands there for a second, like trying to hold herself together, basically, as blood just like seeps down her clothing. Kind of looks up at you. Blood kind of starts to fall down her chin, falls to the ground.
She was pretty too. Last of my movement, kind of circling around Tarek, so that I'm putting him in between me and Draken's range.
Okay.
Kind of little bit of a meat shield.
A little bit of a meat shield. Sounds good. I'll say you have
half?
Yeah, half cover.
AC's 22 from his crossbow.
God damn. Boy.
Yeah, so half cover from a man. From your meat shield. Okay. Brings us to Draken.
That was a 9 on that second wind out of 10.
So it brings us to Draken, who is not stupid. Sees the almost impossibility of this shot. Goes for Talus. Which is a disadvantage, I believe, because I think she's too far away for him. So the first one is an 11.
Miss.
Second one is a 10.
Miss.
Third one is a 16.
Hit.
These are scary, these people with 3 attacks.
I know.
Last one hits 3 piercing damage.
Okay. Whew.
This is scary, Chella. A mage and 2 people with 3 multi-attacks?
That
You
suck.
scary.
They suck.
You scary,
We
though.
debuffed them pretty well.
And I'm like racking up the AC, so.
Alright. So, that brings us to... Who the hell just went? Nova.
Okay, I'm gonna toll the dead, still not getting up from the ground, just reach out and toll the dead, the one bothering Ace.
Okay. Wisdom save on his part.
Yes, please.
9.
Nope.
He's been.
And he has taken damage.
Okay. Hey, 11 necrotic.
Oh, he's not looking good.
I have to roll concentration. Okay, yeah, no, I passed. It's an 11.
I got
He's
this
not
one.
looking good.
I got him, Talus.
He's wailing on Sir, gets kind of pushed out of the way, kind of stumbles a bit as this, like, these wind chimes kind of blow across this little pathway through the mountain. He's looking pretty rough.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. So his turn.
Oh, can I bonus action message the guy in the tower?
Yeah.
I think it's time you give up now.
You know he got the message. He doesn't respond.
That's fine.
Tarek's turn. He is going
Think
to.
very carefully, Tarek.
So the first one is a 12. Second one is a 17. Third one is a 7. No, 10. Doesn't help at all.
Tink, tink.
Yeah. You can see he's like losing steam though. Like he's very like, and each of these attacks is kind of half-assed. Like he's like, you can tell he's starting to be like, this is not what we asked for, as he's like fighting.
Almost
Chalice.
feel bad.
Okay. Is there a door to the tower on this side gate?
Yes.
Okay, bonus action, I want to move my hex up to the guy at the top of the tower.
Okay.
And I want to run, and then if I use my action to dash, can I get to the top of the tower? If it's 30 feet high, and I'm probably about 30 feet away from it now, because I was, Nova was like, yeah, I want to get up there and I want to get in this guy's business. And I'm just
the
like,
door is unlocked on this side.
And I just want to like, I'm getting up in his face, and I just am mad.
So he kind of takes his crossbow and turns towards you. You have his attention.
Stop what you're doing now.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, that's not very good for me. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You can see in his face that he was already kind of faltering. Especially seeing the mage go down. So he turns to you, he's kind of got his crossbow. You tell him to stop what he's doing, and he takes a moment and then lowers it and drops it on the ground. With his hands up.
That's all I have.
Okay, sir.
That's everything.
Question, DM. Because I'm pulling back through in my memory, and I think, actually, whenever we've fought humanoids so far, I've never got a killing blow. I've only ever knocked people out, I believe.
I would agree with you there, I think.
I kind of just slashed that girl out, not really thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
How does Sir feel in this sort of moment? So I see this guy giving up steam, and I just gutted that lady. But with killing humanoids.
That's a good question. You don't feel good, but it does strike you as odd that you don't feel bad either.
Okay.
Like, you're not like elated and like euphoric and getting that like sense of adrenaline that you get from like killing monsters.
Okay.
But you also don't feel guilty.
In that case, I think he's just riding the adrenaline. I'm gonna attack Tarek.
Okay.
15?
Yeah, that hits.
It's one-handed.
Okay.
8. Piercing. Stab.
He only had 7 HP. What would you like to do?
Okay. He with the last deflection, gets the scimitar out of the way and just goes right into the stomach so that there's maybe like the last little bit of the blade sticking out, and he leans in and he's just like, oh, we could have had something. Grabs the blunt bottom part of the blade and pushes down from the like navel and just rips him through the groin.
Good.
Okay.
Turns him into an A.
Oof. He did. What does Talus want to do? Because he has put his hands up there on the tower.
Can I grab his crossbow?
Yeah.
Does he have any other weapons? I'm patting him down.
He has a scimitar in his belt and a dagger in his boot.
Taking them.
Okay.
Down the stairs now.
He'll listen. He keeps his hands up the whole time.
Cool. And I don't know how to use it. do I know how to use a scimitar? Simple weapons? I don't know. I take the dagger and I point it at his back while we're going.
Okay.
And, yeah, I kind of just, like, want to be holding it but pointing it in. Why are you doing this? Who are you?
So you hear Talus saying this as she's pushing him outside to where you guys are. He's kind of got his head down.
Are we out of initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nova probably gets to her feet now.
Okay. He doesn't say anything. He's kind of just keeping his head down, keeping his hands up.
I want to take the dagger, the tip of it, and I want to just start, like, kind of pushing it in from behind him, like, a little bit into his neck. I said, what are you doing here? Who are you?
Roll an intimidation check.
Can I give her advantage by mentally fucking with him?
And I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just wiping the blood off on the arm.
Oh shit!
If you want,
What are you doing, Nova?
And mentally, with her telepathic message, she's like, "If you want to spare your soul, I suggest you tell the truth."
Okay.
Do I have advantage?
Yes.
$19.
All right. So he kind of keeps his head down. He says, "My name's Draken."
Right, we kind of figured that out from your friends talking. But what are you doing here? Who are all of you?
He takes his sweatshirt. This is my sweatshirt. His sleeve, rolls it up, and kind of shows you his forearm, where he has a tattoo of a black snake. Black winged snake.
If we pull up the sleeves on the other two, is it the same?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I fucking hate designs.
Bugger all.
are you with Manchun?
He nods.
What should we do with him?
I like point the longsword at him, I wiped the blood off, and it's just sort of like, you still didn't say what you were doing here on this fucking random ass. Well, it's not random ass mountain. Oh, bye, Chow.
Bye.
Basically pointing the blade at him, and just sort of like, you still didn't say what you're doing here.
He sighs. I was sent here with Tarek and Otira. I have orders. Sorry, I got distracted. I have orders to guard the mountain. Keep an eye on the old geezer.
Why?
I don't know why. I was just told by my boss that we were supposed to come up here and we were supposed to take this big monster of a creature up here, guard the mountain, and prevent anyone from speaking with the monk.
So the manticore was yours?
Was.
Oh yeah, we blew that thing to smithereens. It doesn't have a head anymore.
I exploded its head.
Yeah, that was ours.
There's still a little bit on me. Do you want to taste?
I
no.
He like makes a face.
That's a little fucked up. Well, we can't let you go.
You could if you had it in your heart. I surrendered. They didn't.
If you ran, though, wouldn't Manchun send someone to kill you?
Isn't that my problem?
I think it is your problem. That's your life.
I mean, don't you think that you would be a lot safer just behind bars?
I can tell you who my boss is. if you let me go.
Oh, look at that. You're being real agreeable now.
And he's kind of gotten a bit more dejected now, like,
I'll sheath the sword. Yeah, go on.
I'm still leaning on my scythe. It hasn't been put away.
About a 10-day ago, we received our orders from Erstal Floxen via one of his flying snakes. I don't know where he lives, but that's a name. We came up here, took over this guard post, and have been here ever since.
And who is Erstal Floxen to you?
Someone that I answer to.
So he's a Zent like you.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while, but he always sends us orders via snake, so.
Do you have the orders? No.
No, we're supposed to burn them when we get them. I don't have them anymore.
Oh, so smart. Nova, you're quiet.
Yeah. She's kind of not really been watching him. She's been watching Ace this whole time.
Yeah.
What guarantee do we have that if we let him go, it's not going to bite us in the ass later?
The Blackstaff would want to know that the Zentarum were working on this mountain.
Then why don't we take him to the Black Staff?
You said...
You know, I've got my rope of climbing. I think I could probably tell it to tie him up.
Look, we're not gonna gotcha. Just tell her what you told us. Okay?
He's like clenching his teeth.
If we can guarantee you protection, will you cooperate?
Yes.
It's always been my intention to fix broken souls, and yours is very broken.
Oh, hello?
She was saying it's always...
I don't know what the deal is today.
I know. She's saying it's always been my intention to fix broken souls, and yours is clearly very broken. That doesn't mean it's not worth fixing.
Thanks, I guess.
Is there anyone else here, or was it just the three of you?
There were two others, but they left.
Do I believe
Left
him?
where?
What?
Left where?
Back to the city.
Do I believe
Why?
him?
We were told that we needed to stay here until Floxen gave us new orders, but Snake came and delivered something for the two of them, and they left shortly after.
Were you Christy? Were you saying, do you believe him?
Yeah.
You can roll an insight check.
I rolled a 16. I rolled low.
He seems to be pretty forthcoming.
Okay.
Which way did they leave?
They were picked up by I don't know what it is, some sort of flying creature. Somebody came and got them, essentially.
That would explain why we didn't see more footprints going back down the mountain.
Did they have names?
Yes, they have names.
And what are those names?
One was Alicia. The other was Camden.
Alright.
Should I try to put him to sleep and then we'll tie him up? Don't know if the sleep will work, but the rope certainly will.
Yeah, time up.
Right, stand back.
You can use my horse.
I'll kind of gesture everyone back, and then I'm gonna cast sleep on this motherfucker because fuck this guy, and I don't care anymore. I'm mad. Ooh. 16. 20.
How many hit points do you have?
No, I'm standing. I told everyone to like stand back.
It affects you though.
It affects you.
So
no,
how many?
We're standing back away from him.
Yep, but in order for
Did you stay near him, or are you saying?
I said we're standing back.
Okay, she's saying that all three of us went.
Gotcha. I see. Okay. Yeah.
If he tried to run, it would he would get annihilated. Like he's not gonna run.
Yeah. And he doesn't. No, he stays where he is. He seems to be cooperating pretty well. The 20 hit points does it. He ends up falling asleep. It's kind of a swaying on his feet at first, and then he just kind of crumples to the ground.
I'll get out my rope of climbing and start tying him up. Just hog tie him.
Yeah, I'll whistle for Spruce so that we can just...
Okay. So you got him hog-tied over the back of your horse? You got him.
And how about our little crumpled friends? What do they got?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I check the mage's body?
Yeah. So Otira, who is the mage, as he said, has a amethyst worth 50 gold.
Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yoink.
A pouch that has 10 gold in it. And Tarek has a pouch that has 100 gold in it. And a vial of liquid that has kind of it's almost translucent, but it has a yellow tint to it.
And then you said that she had a like a little collapsible quarterstaff and a spellbook.
Yes. And Tarek has a scimitar on his belt, as well as a dagger in his boot.
Gosh, do I just could do my thing where I keep on saying, "Hey, grab more weapon"?
Did you write all that down, Vic, or do you need help?
Yep, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Would Nova be okay if I took that spellbook?
Yeah, I don't think Nova can use it as a cleric.
Okay.
She just wants the purple. Like, she just sees the purple thing and takes it. Like, she's not even looking at the money.
You got it.
So she took the gem.
The spell.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
You've got the spellbook, though.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and the scimitar and the vial, and we'll deal with the gold another time.
Is Dracon's crossbow, is it like a light crossbow, heavy?
Yes, light crossbow. And if you search Dracon before you tie him up too, he also has a pouch that has 10 gold in it.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so altogether 120 gold.
Yes.
So actually, we could just each take what, 40?
40?
I'll hold on to the vial unless someone specifically wants to look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So with him hogtied onto your horses, everybody searched thoroughly and their belongings procured. I'm making tonight a bit of a shorter session because I got to be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to begin driving to New York City. So, so I'm ending it a bit early today. I will see you, Dylan, soon. But does anybody have any closing remarks before we head out?
Holy shit.
Head over to littledragoncorp.com and use the coupon code bonus to get 10% off of your order. And our schedule's below the Twitch video feed.
Don't trust people in uniform.
Yeah. Next time you're traveling up a mountain and you come across somebody who happens to be wearing a guard uniform, maybe think about whether or not to trust them and make sure you add your proficiency bonus.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Happy 2020!
Back next week. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Okay, love you. Bye.